Service announcement. A bloke unnamed, unless he wants me to name him, came up and said, I owed this money to Johnny Clough. Get this, because Johnny Clough invested in Bitcoin. And this anonymous chappie...
Mark's just left.
Oh, don't name him! Don't name him!
You were going to mention.
Did he? Okay. So he's gone so we can say thanks to Mark, one of Johnny's great mates from the porch where he used to drink, the Porterhouse Hotel it was called. Johnny took over the porch and he was the chairman Clough of the porch. Anyway, so that's the story. Didn't even know. Mark turns up with the money that they made on Bitcoin. And the good news is we were running out of money at the bar, but now there's more at the bar, so thanks to Mark and Johnny. What was that? No, it was $12.50. So run to the bar. No, it was enough to keep going for a while, folks, trust me. Well, no, don't trust me, okay? Don't get that stupid. So we've got someone else to speak now. Another great friend from a long way away. Port Stephens, is it Tony? There he is. Can you make Tony Ambo very welcome? We don't know his surname, we just call him Tony Ambo. I'll just quickly, Tony, I'll just go to, by introduction. A few years ago, Johnny was hassling with Telstra. He always hated fucking Telstra. Yeah, boo, Telstra. So he's on the phone to Telstra, abusing the shit out of him as usual. He had a heart attack. Fell on the floor of the lounge room, the phone still in his hand. Tony, who's an ambulance driver, just happened to call around to see him. But in your car, you weren't in work, were you? No, in his car. And found Johnny, told him to get fucked, hung the phone up, and took Johnny to hospital in his car. Tony Ambo.
Thank you, Max. Thank you, everyone, for the warm welcome. And it's such a lovely group of people here. What a reflection on what a great man that Cloughy was. I can't sing, so I wrote a few. I wrote some prose. I wrote a poem. I hope you enjoy it. It's just some of my experiences with Clough. Thank you. Permit me the chance to talk, if I may. Now our mate Cloughy has parted his way. It's fair I might try my hand at some prose. Be warned though, my friends, I ain't no Phil Oakes. I met our good friend in 2006. I'd bought me a house that needed a fix. Did not know which end of a hammer to hit. Did I have a clue? No, not one bit. I stood in a hardware shop all in a poke. The lady beside me said, I know a bloke, a chippy by trade, a real 20-pound pom. Of course he's as honest as the day it is long. So Cloughy turned up and eyeballed my place, and let's just say, didn't leave without trace. He smashed out some floorboards already well rotten, said, when I return, make sure you're well shodden. 100 a half day, the cash he required to keep him still going, for he was retired. He taught me the skills to replace the floors, repair all the ceilings, and fabricate walls. Recycle yards scoured for pre-loved material, hauled back to work site, and cut in imperial. Metric, you know, makes no sense, can't you see? 8ths, feet and inches, the way it's meant to be. His methods were old school, the plumb bob was true. String lines and pre-drill, afore smoko was due. He liked his tea black, the bag briefly dipped. Stories of old did he share while we sipped. I learned of the job sites he worked through the years, of workers and musos and eclectic peers, of jazz folk acoustic he'd plenty to say. So towards hills of Surrey we soon made foray. I met his good friends and soon some were mine. He's like that, old Clough, he really did shine. A gent round the ladies, a most courteous of blokes. On tools with the lads, though, spoke filthiest of jokes. He taught me what's wrong with the world and what's finer. He didn't like greed and banged on about China. I oft were to wonder the origin such finesse. Maybe 'twas his friend in the pint glass Guinness. With money well dried up, funds just not there, he stayed on and helped me with hardly a care. That's all right, Tony, he said with good cheer. That's our mate Cloughie, his kindness so clear. He helped me with 2 other renos since then, surprised he still wanted me to be his friend. See, though I planned well, working really quite hard, turns out that I was a capitalist bastard. All that aside, our friendship unabating, Shannon loved him too when we started dating. On one of those dates, I bet she did swoon when I brought her here to his 80th in this very room. Babes in arms photos when they came along, and though we left Sydney, our fondness stayed strong. For the man with the overalls, Guinness and peaked hat, talking Sunderland team, political chat. We'll all miss this kind gent for all the right reasons. I hope to remember his way through the seasons. The nails we've hammered, the times we've had, 'tis true you're the finest of friends, Comrade. Thank you. Thank you so much. I hope it wasn't too thick on the sentiment, but it was a gent where he's still a gent of worthy of so much. So, and thank you to Max for having me on.
And that's how you do a poem about Cloughie without saying fuck. But I want another round of applause for Tony and his family. Tony is a real ambulance man, paramedic, angel. And I'm not even joking. Okay, so mosquitoes where? Yes, I think we have someone next. And I'm not sure who that is. I've lost the plot a bit, folks. Hang on, while I check my laptop. There it is.